Okay, the goal of this video is to walk you guys through the activity for today. It's the virtual rock cycle, virtual rock collection activity. It's going to be a multi-day project. We're doing day one today. It's 6 parts, but a few of the parts are just clicking on a link. So really there's only like 4 parts where you actually have to do anything. It should definitely be doable within 45 minutes, which is, like one class period. So I think it's a fair amount of work and it's very valuable learning, continuing our look at rocks, which is what we've been doing the last few days. So it involves this website. It has a lot of information about rocks, and it also has our virtual rock collector. So I'm going to do the brief overview first, then we'll take a look at that website. And I hope it works on all of your computers. It's just an HTML, so it's not super advanced coding or anything. It should work even on a Chromebook. It should. If it doesn't, let me know. I'll put together an emergency backup video. So please, if that website doesn't work for you somehow, let me know. Take a screenshot would even be more helpful. I might even be able to try and figure out how we can fix it. But worst comes to worst, I'll make a video and you can use the video and watch that. And it's just as good as being at the website. So if that website doesn't work, let me know. But anyway, step one, when you first go to that website, there will be a little introduction page. After that, you go to the types of rocks page, and there's 3 main types of rock. You should already know what they are based on the last couple days assignments with the rock cycle poster and all of that, the video from yesterday. So fill in these. So what is the first type of rock? Tell me one thing about it. Give me an example. Same thing, second type of rock, third type of rock. At the bottom of the page, there's a section called What to Look For. Use that information to fill in these blanks. Step 3 is to move on to the next page to start making your rock collection, which looks like this. So your goal is to make your virtual collection of 6 rocks. It's almost like Pokemon Go, I say, because in Pokemon you can have 6 Pokemon at a time in the video games at least. So you're trying to collect 6 rocks. That's your goal. After you've done that, you want to list all of the rocks you've collected and tell me one thing about each one. So rock number 1 could be marble, like this. Tell me one thing about marbles. You would write marble here and tell me one thing about it. So the Word document, you can type right into the Word document if you want to, or you can just write your answers on paper and send me a picture. You can type your answers in an email, however you want to get your answers to me, but I need the answers to part 1, part 2, part 5, and part 7. So the last thing is there's a little quiz you can take. There's 10 questions. Just tell me what your score is. I got a 9 out of 10, actually. I don't remember which one it was I messed up on, to be honest, but it was one that I was like, oh, it was a tricky one. So see if you can beat me. If anyone gets a 10 out of 10, post, send me the picture. Maybe I'll give you a bonus point for beating me. And then tell me one thing you learned, and that's it. That's all for the assignment today. So let's check out that website so we can actually see what it is we're doing. So here's the website. Read the introduction there really quick, and then you go to types of rock. So here's the first part, part 1. Let's do a side-by-side comparison so we can see what we're doing. Part 1. List the 3 types of rocks and tell me a little bit about them with examples. So here's the 3 types of rock. So for example, you could write sedimentary right into here. Tell me one thing about it. Tell me one example. Let's get that out of the way here. We've got fill in the blanks. Part 2 is down here in this information. So imprints of shells. There's one of these things here. So part 2 is down here at the bottom. Then it says part 3. It says click on start your rock collection. Okay, let's click on that. Then you click begin, and you can make your on to part 4. Make your rock collection of 6 rocks. So yeah, all right, cool. Got that. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, but once you collect your 6 rocks, you want to read a little bit about them, because once you collect your 6 rocks, you have to tell me a little bit about them. So once you have all 6 rocks, in fact, it's pretty quick, so I'm going to just do it quick. It's pretty quick. Cool, you have your rock collection and it's done, so tell me something about each one. That's not good. So apparently I just learned something. I didn't jump ahead the first time I tried this, and I didn't know. So you can't just jump ahead. You may have to go back if you go too fast, because I went too fast. So go one thing at a time. So marble's my first rock. So we type in marble here, or write it in on paper if you're writing it, either way, and tell me one thing about marble. Then add it to the collection. So be careful if you go too fast, then you won't be able to tell me one thing about each rock, and you'll have to go back and do it again like I just did. So be careful there. Once you're ready, the last step is the identify rock types. And it's just that quiz I was talking about. So I'm not going to do it because I don't want to reveal any of the answers to you. But it's 10 questions. If you get all 10 right, then you beat me. I got 9 out of 10. So a little challenge there. Try to beat Mr. Simons. We'll move on to the next stuff tomorrow. It's a multi-day project, like I said, all using this website. That was everything for today. So I just went over that in less than 10 minutes. So you should definitely be able to get it all done in 45 minutes, probably less. So fair amount of work for one day, but lots of good learning. Reviewing the 3 types of rock, learning a bit about how to tell the difference from each type of rock, which is usually what I would do here if we were in class, is I would bring in a bunch of rocks and we would figure out, are they igneous, are they metamorphic, are they sedimentary? So we're still kind of doing that virtually here. And then we go in and start looking deeper at the different kinds of rocks, not just the different types of rocks, but the actual rocks like marble and granite and basalt, like actual different kinds of rock. So that's what today's all about, is different kinds of rock and what characteristics and features they have, what they look like, and then test yourself at the end and turn it in. Make sure you turn it in, get your points. It's starting to get a big spread. People who do their work every day are going to have a good grade. There are people who haven't been doing their work many days or any days, and they're going to start falling way behind. So for those of you who do your work every day, thank you. Keep it up. We're going to learn a lot of good stuff, even though it's a challenging situation. So you can see it's due tomorrow morning, so it's kind of like quote unquote homework if you want to think of it that way. So if you don't finish it all, in class, if you want to call it class, you can finish it up this evening, but it shouldn't take more than 45 minutes. It'll probably only even take like half an hour. So just get it done, get it turned in. We'll do more tomorrow. It is a project, so it is worth those project points. And please ask me if you have any questions. So how do you find these assignments? Again, in Teams, you go to your team. So let's say we're second period. We go to second period Teams here in general. In general, you can go to assignments, or you probably even have this assignments widget, I think it's called. So you could just go to assignments here. But either way, go to assignments, and you'll see that there's a virtual rock collection day 1 assignment, and that's what you have to do. So this is what it looks like for a teacher. I thought it let me see what it looks like from a student's end. Probably not until it's actually assigned, because you can see it's not assigned yet. It's just scheduled. But by the time you're seeing this video, it's assigned. So go do that assignment, get your points for the day, and that's all. Ask me if you have any questions. I hope you guys have a great day.